Have you ever played Diablo Immortal and wondered how, with low resonance and with low spend inside of the game, you can see success in all elements of the game, including PvP? Today, I have Try with me, who's helped me in so many elements of the game, no matter what class I've played, sharing strategies that he uses with low spend to see success in all elements of the game. Throughout this entire video, you're going to be seeing footage of him dominating in many different game modes inside and actually showing the resonance of the builds that he's using and the actual builds. Keep an eye on the screen so you don't miss out on all of that. But Try? Thanks for coming through the channel today. I always appreciate both the footage that you share with us, your knowledge and guidance that you bring to us as a community, and essentially sharing it with both me and everyone else here on the channel. So thanks for coming through. I'm looking forward to talking about this success you're having today.
Yeah, it's good to be here. It's always nice to have a good conversation with you.
It's always a great time. So I'm noticing as we watch this footage, you're doing vault, you're doing battlegrounds, and then you show your build afterward. And as I'm looking at the kill streaks, 10, 11 kill streaks, and then I look at the resonance behind the build, it doesn't match. A lot of people believe that you need to have 6,000, 7,000 resonance to really dominate inside of PvP. But you're doing this with 3,000 resonance, or even as low as 2,000 resonance. Take us through some of the guidance. I know you're going to be talking a little bit about awakening bonuses, and how are you doing this with 1 and 2 star gems primarily versus people that are using 8 5 out of 5 star rank 10 gems?
Yeah, well, I'd start by saying probably the biggest misconception in the game is that you need higher resonance. Like everyone thinks, oh, I need to get all 5-star gems. I need to slowly build them up, gain my resonance. And it's great if you can get to rank 10. But until that point, personally, I feel like awakening bonuses are far better than like a mid-level 5-star gem. So I get my 1 and 2-star gems up to rank 10. I get those awakening bonuses, and then you can also get the resonance bonuses inside that too yet. And it all really adds up and lets you optimize your build based on your lower level gems.
Yeah, and something that I just noticed that popped up on the screen was you have all your gems, and you have a lot of gems within those gems for the gem awakening bonuses and stuff that you get there as well. But let's be very honest with everyone here. Awakening a piece of gear is not a free to play mechanic inside of the game. It does cost approximately 10 or sometimes even $15 to awaken a slot, depending on what kind of packs you get and what kind of orbs you get from those packs, what kind of deals you're picking up inside of the game. So why don't you let us know, why do you compare awakening value and pricing versus a 5-star to rank 10 pricing?
Oh, it's definitely far cheaper to go with 1 and 2-star gems. I mean, I've been playing since day one and just kind of slowly accrued all of these gems that I have right now. But if I were to try and work on 5-star gems instead, well, not only do you need a ton of gem power, you're talking like 4,500 for each one,
Mm-hmm.
but then you also need your 73 gem copies of each one. And the difference there with 1 and 2-star gems is not only can you buy them off the market, but you can craft them. It's totally different. It's obtainable to achieve rank 10 1 and 2-star gems. But unless you're a whale, you're probably never gonna max out a 5-star.
Yeah. Whenever I don't talk to you, I get caught in the glitz and glamour of the 5-star gems. I want the 5-star gems, and I have that goal that as a very low spender, I'll be able to get them where they need to be with time. But then I get on a call with you like right now, and it makes me rethink everything that I'm doing with my build inside of the game. And it makes me think that I should really be really focused on the 1s and 2s and getting those awakening bonuses. For context, I have 3 slots awakened, only one of which has a rank 10 gem inside of it because most of the gems, or a good number of them, are 5-star gems, and I can't get them to that rank. So let's get into a little bit more as to your strategy and how you recommend people play the game to see this success. Because honestly, it's a very low spend way of playing Diablo Immortal, and as we can see, you're having a great time as you slay people while you're out here. It's not like my Battlegrounds matches where I am dead all the time.
Yeah. I have a comment on that as well.
Mm-hmm.
Um, most people, like again, I obviously want to build up your rezo, and they want to get the 5 star gems, thinking, oh, if I can gain another 1,000 rezo, I'll be stronger. I can face the same guys I always face, and I'll have a better chance. But the problem with that is, if you get more resonance, and you do your matchmaking, you're going to be faced up against other people that also have higher resonance. So you're not really gaining power. Your character will be stronger, for like PvE content. But as far as matchmaking goes, say like Vault and Battlegrounds, it's not going to make any difference for you.
So really, unless if you can get all of your gems to 5 star rank 10 with full awakened bonuses in them, you're going to always be matched with people that are stronger and stronger as you gain strength yourself.
Oh, for sure. I mean, yeah, you'll see random games here and there. Well, you'll be, the carry in the lobby, you're the top guy, easy to get 20, 30 kills. But yeah, as you get higher and higher resonance, you're just going to face other opponents that also have higher and higher resonance.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense. So you keeping your resonance low and gaining as much of the bonuses you can gain, that's your strategy. So let's start out by talking about some of these bonuses that you work towards. Where do you want to go?
Probably first talk about the awakening bonuses themselves, and
Okay.
that's once you get a rank 10 gem. Granted, this does take a Dawning Echo, which has cost 1,000 orbs. There's
Mm-hmm.
no way around that. It's not a free to play thing, but it's pretty minimal cost, really. It's a one-time charge. You awaken a slot, you never have to do it again.
Right.
And these are pretty big changes. You can see on the screen here. Some are just 10% damage, but other ones may be like cooldown reduced by 10%. For other classes, like if you have like a channeling skill for like a Barb Whirlwind or Wizard Disintegrate or something, you can see other things like energy consumption reduced 10%. But yeah, it's a lot of, it makes or break the build. If you ask me, I don't know, you get those extra 10% bonuses, it makes a lot more possible.
Yeah, and I mean I've seen a lot of these myself. You get the cooldowns decreased, you get the damage duration longer. A lot of different 10% bonuses that they all stack up as you start putting it over 8 different pieces of gear. And again, it's not free for someone that's absolutely free to play and doesn't want to spend any money inside of the game whatsoever. This is something that they may not want to do, but the bonuses that you're getting here are really big when you compare it to someone that's not able to awaken slots using 5 star gems. Now, obviously,
Correct.
if you're spending a lot of money in the game and you can awaken slots with 5 star gems, then you're getting that bonus as well with the strength of the gem as well, but then you run into that same issue you were talking about. So it's nice that you were able to put this image together highlighting some of the things that you're seeing as a Crusader. Obviously, this is different based on your class, but all classes will have something that's in bright green that shows the bonuses that you're getting from awakening those slots, correct?
Yep, yep.
All right. So
Yeah,
this is talking about the awakening bonuses, but awakening bonuses aren't really the only thing that you're using to see this type of a benefit that you're getting.
correct. Yeah. So once you have that rank 10 gem, it also opens up the ability to socket more gems inside of them, which will open up the resonance bonuses. I think you have another screenshot there.
Mm-hmm.
So this is showing, yeah, an example of a 1 star gem. You get that all the way rank 10. You put gems inside of it. You can unlock the primary attack bonus as well as the skill damage bonus. And then below that, you see the 2 star gem, which offers the same two bonuses. Plus, you have a third one that's the extra damage based on number of party members.
Yep. And this is the stuff that no one really ever talks about. Everyone knows, or a lot of people know that you can awaken a slot. But this is where, when you put the gems inside of the awakened slots, you have your primary gem in the center and then the branches of gems that you can add on the outside. Not only do you gain more resonance from this, because you're gaining, what do you gain? An extra 20 resonance from the 1 star and 50 from the 2 star. Is that correct?
Yep, yep, spot on.
All right. So typically, when you get a rank 10 1 star gem, it's 150 resonance. But here you get an additional 10 resonance per each gem that you put into the awakened slots. And as you do that, just from awakening, you get your equipment base attributes are increased by 8.5%. But then the socketing bonuses. Upon 10 resonance of sockets, you have primary attack damage is increased by 3%. And then 20 resonance of sockets, skill damage is increased by 2%. That's looking at the 1 stars. And then you can gain 50 additional resonance from adding these socketed gems inside of your 2 stars. You can see you have your Fervent Fang right there with the Battle Guard, Chain Death, and I don't know what the other white one is right there. I can't tell what it is. But
I believe it's a Bloody Reach.
Bloody Reach. Okay. You're getting the 17 and a half equipment attribute base increase. Primary attack damage upon 10 rezo, upon 30 rezo, skill damage increased by 2, and then 50 damage done increased by 1% per party member. So you're getting those equipment attributes as well from adding the resonance. And I know this is what we were waiting to do this video for you to get these slots all completed so you could have full maximum potential from the slots.
Correct. Yep. And I think I have another screenshot there as well. It shows multiple pieces of gear where I have all of these bonuses unlocked. I have a couple. You can see defensive gems on the bottom that they're still 2-star gems, but they don't give the primary attack damage and the skill damage. Yeah, certain gems will give different bonuses. So you're seeing here things like damage taken while moving is decreased, or damage taken while suffering loss of control reduced.
Mm-hmm.
There's a third bonus on those as well, but it's just like 2% block chance. If I really wanted to invest more into that, I could max that out as well. But
Is that
I,
something you plan on doing over time? Like as the next few months go down?
probably, I'm debating between that or finally going for these 5-star gems. But I probably wouldn't wear a 5-star gem until I have it at rank 10.
But you do wear some 5 star gems, don't you? Aren't there a couple
I
that
think
you try to use now and then that you'll mess around with in your
there
non-awakened
are a
slots?
couple. Yeah, there are a couple gems I use, even though they're not awakened. A couple 5-star gems, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just certain ones like Bloodsoaked Jade, I know is one. The
Mm-hmm.
reason for that is it gives the 10% movement speed, which is passive buff, so you always have 10% movement. It's just kind of a necessity, I think, to get around the map quicker, whatever you're doing.
Yes. And okay, so with that question said, is there anything before I go off topic that you want to discuss more in depth about the image we're looking at right here?
No, I think we pretty much covered it there.
Okay, we could always come back to it if you like to. But so it looks as if you have 6 awakened slots with you're trying to get the most potential from the awakening bonuses in the awakened slots. What are you wearing in your other 2 slots? And what are maybe 2 or 3 5 star gems that you're using that you think are worth it to use with your build, even if you're not getting the awakened bonus?
Yeah, well, I know I mentioned one there, the Bloodsoaked Jade.
Yep.
Again, that's for the movement speed, and it's a constant damage buff as well, which is nice. I know some of my other builds, I switch it up actually, like Trial of the Hordes. I have a Void Spark, which works pretty well. It's actually only rank 1,
Mm-hmm.
but actually, I'm trying to go for the new, was it a Roiling? I forget what it is.
Yeah,
Roiling Consequence.
that one
Yeah, I'm
looks
working
insane.
on that gem too. It's basically like a better version of a Mother's Lament, and yeah, everyone loves crit chance, so
Mm-hmm.
got to do it.
So I'm going to name a few and you could tell me yes or no. I know that a lot of people swear by bottled hope, no matter what class you're playing. Do you think that that's one that you should have in your back pocket or invest in? Because what you've done essentially is you've gotten the maximum potential out of your 1 and 2 star gems in those awakened slots. So now because you're done there, or essentially done, you could take the time and invest in 1 5 star gem that maybe over time you'll get to where it needs to be through the grind and through maybe a little bit of spend that you do. So, what was my question now? That's what your journey is, it seems. But
Yeah.
bottled hope. You mentioned the brand new gem. I forget what it's called. The Blood Soaked Jade. Another favorite by a lot of people is the Seeping Bile. Do you not love that one?
I haven't loved that one too much ever since Viper's Bite came out, primarily because the Seeping Bile only has a 4% chance to trigger. It is a
Yeah.
nice gem, but I feel like a lot of people wear it just to gain reso, and it doesn't really do much, especially in PvP when people aren't grouped up. You don't get the poison spread effect really. It's maybe one time pass through you get lucky on that 4% trigger.
Hmm.
So for me again, I can do a Viper's Bite, which is 100% chance to proc. Every time I damage someone, it's guaranteed to put that damage over time effect on them. And being a 2-star gem, I can get it to rank 10, get these extra bonuses. And that's actually one that I have in the screenshot before as well.
Which was, let me go back to that screenshot so we could take a look again. Which one was it that you're talking about here?
I guess they don't show which gems are in which piece of gear, but
Maybe
I couldn't pick it up.
maybe this one does right here. No, that one doesn't either. Okay, that's
I
fine.
believe it. Yeah, but yeah, it allows me to open up another slot where I can get extra primary attack damage, skill damage, and then 1% damage per party member.
Okay, I love it, man. I mean, I love the strategy, and as I mentioned, and you know this because I speak to you all the time about my build. I'm the back and forth gem guy. I make changes in
Oh yeah,
mines on my gems, and I waste gems because you just I'm just gonna essentially
yeah.
have to make a couple of gems dormant to dive back into gems that I've already built, and it's oh man, it's a pain. You think you have it
I
all
mean,
set, and then I have a conversation with you, and I realize I don't.
I've been there myself. I actually have a few 5-star gems that I've done the same. I made them dormant. I took out the gem power and I've invested them into 2-star gems mostly now. And
Mm-hmm.
so I still have those options there later on if I want to, like you say, try and build up a 5-star gem that I already have. Eventually, hopefully, get rank 10, get the awakening bonus again. But yeah, that's kind of my end game plan there.
All right. So I think we kind of went over how your thoughts behind it, what you're getting from awakening bonuses, how you're getting the most out of those awakening bonuses. You spend $15 per slot, 10 to $15 per slot. You want to get max value from that slot. And it seems that you are getting that from the bonus of the awakening and from all of the gems you put within those awakened slots as well. Any last tips? Any conclusions you want to bring? Comparisons of 5 stars to 2 stars? Maybe some of your favorite 1s or 2 stars that you think can be really good in any build. Any last things to close out?
Yeah, I guess a comparison is a good idea there.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at like a blood-soaked jade, I don't know if you have one available to show, but like even or like a rank 5 blood-soaked jade, I say is probably average. Where like low mid spenders can get to rank 5, and that's pretty achievable yet. But the damage bonus that provides is only like rank 5, like 13.5%.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Compare that to like a 2-star, you can get to rank 10 a lot easier actually. And that's like a Fervent Fang or Power and Command, Bloody Reach. A lot of those 2-star gems will give a 24% damage bonus.
Mm.
So it's for me, it's easier to get to rank 10. You get a better damage boost. And granted, it's lower resonance, but again, that's not really what you want to go for.
Right. So you're not someone that sits and cares about what wings you're wearing all the time.
Oh no, not at all. I mean, they look cool. That's great and all, but I feel like it hurts your gameplay.
Yeah.
You could just get matched up against stronger players, so it's kind of a hindrance more than anything.
I think it's cooler to pull in 31 kills in a battlegrounds match than to wear a big pair of wings, or wear big wings and bring in those wins is cool too. But no, that totally makes sense. You're not saying that 1 and 2 star gems awakened are better than 5-star gems if they're able to be awakened. But you're
Oh,
saying that
definitely not.
right, exactly. If you take 1 and 2 star gem build awakened and verse a 5-star gem build awakened, the 5-star gem build is going to be a stronger build. But that's not what you're talking about. You're talking about being a light spender inside of the game and putting together a realistic build that can really do well in all elements of the game. And I mean, we're seeing it right here with your Crusader. I know that you've done similar in the past with the Barbarian, putting the good builds together there as well. And I'm sure. Well, I guess a question. I put out the thought that the Tempest is going to be the next class. That is just my own prediction there. It's not anywhere near set in stone. Will you try the new class?
Probably try it and just to see what it's all about. I like to have some knowledge of what every class can do. Just figure it helps me in PvP. What to expect and how to avoid certain attacks, etc.
Mm-hmm. And last question I have for you before I let you close it out with whatever you may want to say. What is, in your opinion, the strongest class in PvP right now?
Ooh, that's a tough one.
I know, I know it is.
I do like my Crusader, but I mean, like I still have my games too, where you get matched up against those, 8, 9K resonance players, and I don't stand much of a chance. No 3K reso player is, but for the most part, when I get a balanced match, against people my level, my resonance, my secondary stats, like I do very well.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I do like the Crusader just because I feel like you have more options. Like you can be a full-on offensive like build like I am here, or you have options to be like a tank. Use your immune to damage, go like four-piece mountebanks. Um, I don't know. I just feel like there's more options that you can do. There's different ways to play it.
Yeah, that makes sense. I like the Crusader too. You've gotten me to fall in love with it. I was Crusader. I left and I've come back, and I am actually wearing a four-piece mountebank right now as well. I like the shielding that I can get from it. But you've changed my whole view on everything here today, so I'll probably be asking you for guidance on how to rebuild everything. But last things that you want to say on your own of anything else regarding the topic we brought to here to everyone today.
Not really, I guess. I know we didn't really go into detail of like each specific build that I'm showing here, but I do have it on my Discord server. Each
Mm-hmm.
one of these builds, like the Vault, the Battleground, Trial of the Hordes, all that. If anyone's interested, I do go into detail and have a written guide on each one of them. So it is out there.
Yes, you do. I was actually, that's where I was going next, my friend. The Revenant's Discord server is the name of it. I'll be linking it down below. It's one of my favorite Diablo Immortal Discord servers with some of the most in-depth guides that Y puts together himself, just on how to see success in all different elements of the game. Lots of value to be had in there, lots of knowledge, and lots of builds for many different classes as well. Again, I'll be linking it down below. And go if you do get there, tag me and say what's up. I want to know if you guys actually made it into his server. But why try? As usual, it's a pleasure to have you. It's always a lot of knowledge that you spread both to me and to the community about the game and how to see success. So thank you for your time. I look forward to looking and discussing more things with you in the server. And I appreciate you just coming through and sharing with everyone here today.
Yeah, yeah. No, always glad to share some knowledge or my opinion anyway, and I'll see what others follow.
Yep.
But yeah, glad to be here.
Definitely looking forward to hearing your comments below on if you agree with the 1 and 2 star strategy that we've talked about here today, or if you'd rather run with your 5 stars. We'll see you back here tomorrow with another video.